Thanks for staying with us. It is still in the game on New Central TV. I am Udoka Njoku. Now let's talk about football and education, sport and education to be precise. Now we hear Subomi Ogundele, University of Lagos students, made a memorable professional debut in the Nigeria Women's Football League, talking about the NWFL, with a sensational goal. Now she plays for Remo Stars. Remo Stars lady. She played on Wednesday, and Ogundele helped her team secure a 3-1 victory over Confluence Queens in an away game. The former Nigerian Universities Games Association top scorer struck in the 48 minutes, leveling the scoreline before her team pulled ahead to win the encounter. Ogundele celebrated for balancing academics and sports, expressed gratitude for her achievement. Now, her impressive career includes numerous awards, including Most Valuable Player and top scorer at the Noga Games, and a key role in Unilag's third-place finish at the FASU Games. Now, we've got Subomi Ogundele joining us right now, and of course, we'll be getting to talk about her move from being a student right at the University of Lagos and joining Remo Stars ladies. Thank you very much, Subomi, for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And we know we had to drag you out of class to have this interview with us, but of course, we'd like to talk about your move from being a student of Unilag and getting that pro contract, going pro with Remo Stars ladies. How did that happen?
Really, I would just say is, God's plan was, I've not really thought about going pro yet, because, considering being a student, and we know how Nigeria can be with how, should I say, the system does not really, should I say, encourage student athletes to participate fully. Or I just feel like it's the next big step for the country. I'm loving it.
Right, and why Remo Stars? Why Remo Stars ladies?
Like the name.
Yeah, why did you choose? Why did you choose? Yeah.
So like with that. So it's one of, that's my favorite team in the league. And considering the like my availability with school and like the distance, so it's just a bit very fair reasons. Saying the management, everything is top notch, and I'm proud to be a part of the team.
All right, proud to be a part of that team, and of course, Remo Stars have been doing so well both in the NWFL and also in the Nigeria Premier Football League for men. But again, let's talk about how do you get to balance your academics and playing football? Because back in the day, we had parents who wouldn't allow their kids play football and tell them to focus on their education. But how have you been able to balance both education and football, and also the kind of support you got from your parents?
Honestly, it's not easy, to be honest, because it takes discipline, it takes being focused, and like leaving a lot of things behind. Because 1 minute you're on the football pitch, next minute you're in a classroom, preparing for exams, preparing for a game. Just takes the grace of God and, like I said, discipline level and the focus. And also having the right people around you, because having the right people, right mindset would also motivate you. Because when it's getting difficult, when you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, with their motivation, with their encouragement, it would keep pushing. Especially from family, especially for the good people around you.
Okay, let's talk about your mentors. Who is that person that you look up to? Is there anyone in the Super Falcons that you look up to, or maybe outside the shores of Nigeria?
I look up to a lot of people, actually.
Right.
The likes of Rashida Badi, the amazing things she's doing with football, Oshuala as well, and a lot of them. But I used to see myself motivation. And I motivate myself to do better, to get better, and do great things.
So tell us, what exactly is the plan? Is it just to play for Remo Stars, or do you someday want to play for the Super Falcons of Nigeria and then get a professional contract outside Nigeria, probably play in Spain, somewhere in Europe?
Yeah, definitely. We go for everyone to keep achieving greater things. But right now, my major focus is opening the team achieve its dream, its plan for this season. You know, scoring goals, assisting, and just making sure the team is up there. Wanted to.
All right, I know you have to get back to class now. Thank you, but I'll say thank you very much, Subomi, for your time. I'm sure some other day we would have more time to talk to you. Give us a lot of your time that day so we can really get a lot out from you, but we'll let you go back to class and concentrate on your lectures. Thank you very much, Subomi, for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, that was Subomi Ogundele, of course, a player for Remo Stars ladies. She is a student of Unilag, and she got a professional contract, and she now plays in the NWFL. Dreams really do come true, and of course, if you're consistent with your actions, if you're consistent with what you're doing, definitely somebody will get to find you. We've still got Oluwatimileyin Ogunde, who is still on standby, and I'm sure he saw Subomi right there and talking about her joining Remo Stars. What do you make of that dream coming true for Subomi from Unilag to playing for Remo Stars?
Subomi's story is actually a great one. I think every youngster out there who is aspiring to be a footballer, I can look forward to and then pick a page out of that story. Because I think I went through who Subomi Ogundele is, and I saw that back in her university days, she had quite a lot of great things that she does in school. So the president of somewhat of that our faculty and everything, putting in that great effort. Where we talk about her football career also. So she's actually a great one, and I just wish that she doesn't stop. And the Nigeria women let's talk about our premiership here. It's the stepping stone for her in her career. And as she said that she looks up to lots of players within the Super Falcons squad. And I think, well, when you look at most of those players in the squad also, they came through the ranks in Nigerian football. Some of them played in the Nigeria Women's Super League, and then they went straight to Europe, and they are big names. We talk about the likes of Rashida Tajibade. We talk about Sato Shuala. Many big names, even the lady who plays for Tenerife. She played back in Robo Queens. I tend to forget her now, but Deborah Abiodun. You talk about all of these people. They're actually a great name. We'll talk about Nigerian women's football. So this also shouldn't stop on Subomi Ogundele. And I hope that every youngster, every young lady also can pick up their dreams and pursue it.
You know, talking about picking up dreams and pursuing it is the one thing to have dreams. It's also another to have parents who support these dreams. You know, back in the day, you had parents who would not allow their kids play any sport. They'll tell them to focus more on education. But this is a different story now. And I'm just hoping that someday she will get a call up to the national team. And of course, she will get to play for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. And I'm also hoping that she can get a contract outside Nigeria, probably somewhere in Europe. And I'm sure she would also give back to the society. But Subomi has really proven that she's quality enough for her to get a contract with Remo Stars. Comparing her to other people, how they started playing their football, and also seeing what she has done with Unilag. I'm sure you're proud already, and you're also looking forward to seeing her play for the Super Falcons of Nigeria.
Definitely, I am. For a lady who also plays for a football club in my own home state, that's Ogun State, is actually a good one. But you made mention of that if she can get a contract in Europe, and I would actually want to make this call. If those who are within the helm of affairs of Nigerian football can also look at things, it's not necessary players move away from their comfort zone and go straight to Europe. Why are they going to Europe? This is because their leagues are more civilized and more exposed than ours. And I think that is something we can also do in Nigerian football. There should be that education. You made mention of the parental aspect also. if parents can be sensitized also about how the growth of footballers, even younger ones who can pursue dreams can go. So it's not necessary she actually goes to Europe. If we can also make our own league better, take it to the standard of women's football. In England, we have the Women's Super League. Even in China, we have leagues. In Saudi Arabia, we have leagues where Ashley Proctor of the Super Falcons is also trading again. So in Nigerian football also, we can do all of these things. Look at the stars who left the Nigerian football. If our league were to be of standard of the best, I don't think all of these players would want to leave. And there should also be good remuneration for all of these players.
Right. So, I mean, you talk about improving our leagues. Number one factor has to be the monetary returns for these players, the remuneration. And of course, it has to go a long way because a lot of these players have families to feed as well. Now, how many of the club sides really pay the kind of money that can sustain these players? You need to look into that as well. And if you're going to compare the Nigeria Premier Football League and also the Nigeria Women's Football League to what we have outside the country, Ogunde, I'm sure you yourself, if you play in Nigeria, you definitely want to sign that contract away from Nigeria, even if it's in Saudi Arabia, because the money is good.
Definitely, I would want to. That is why I'm making that call. If we can improve our leagues, I think everyone would actually be comfortable with everything going on in the country. But it just happens that our league, the remuneration part of it, and it's also, if you look at the critical reason why all of these things are happening, most of these club sides, they are government-oriented. And why are we having these things this way? I think government should actually be taken away from our sporting exercise. We want to talk about our football. How many clubs in Nigeria, men's football and female football, can we say belongs to, let's say, that doesn't belong to the government? Most of these club sides belong to the government. And they talk about what's the gain of those who actually want to go into sports, football and all that in Nigerian football. What will be their gain at the end of the day? That is why all of these stakeholders probably are pulling away from Nigerian football, Nigerian sports. But I just wish one day we will get there. Like I do say, if we talk about Nigerian sports, Nigerian football, we will spend the whole year and the solution would come to us. And neither will we meet the solution, but it takes that process.
All right, so we're looking forward to improvements when it comes to the Nigeria Premier Football League and also the Nigeria Women's Football League, and ensure that these players do not run away for greener pastures. We can stay back home and really and intentionally get to build our league.